Going live, going live, going live. And I think we are live. Hello, folks. Welcome to Barb Makes Things, in which I, Barb, make things.
Barb makes things.
Cool. Welcome. This is clearly not my usual locale. I am on vacation. I am visiting my family, my folks, and my little brother, who I haven't seen in quite a while. So I am here. This means that I don't have all of the things that I usually have. I don't have all of my tools. And it makes it a little bit harder. So what I thought that I would do, because I've been working on this gecko puppet. Hopefully you know this. We've got the head of the gecko here. We've got the body somewhere. There it is. The body in progress that goes on my arm. It has these arms. And there's a bit. And I made these great attachments that work so much better last week. So I can control these really nicely. But instead of continuing to work on the body today, oops, sorry about that. Bumped into the microphone. What I'm going to do instead of working more on the body today is I'm going to take this head and I'm going to add some shape to it. I'm going to do some sculpting. I'm going to, with cardboard and paper and all kinds of good stuff. So that's the plan for today. There's going to be a lot of glue. There's going to be a lot of messy, a lot of good times. So let me switch my camera over here. How's everybody doing today? Cool. Okay. So I've used some of these sculpting techniques before with my dragon head, if you've seen that. I don't have it with me, so I can't really show you. I mean, I could show you pictures. Shall I show you? I could show you. I'm going to show you. Here. Let's do a screen share. Let me find I've got it on Instructables. That's probably the best place to find it. Here we go. Share the screen. Share the screen. There it is. And that one. Boop. So this guy, my upcycled dragon head mask, which I have a lovely GIF of of this thing. And this was made entirely out of cardboard, almost entirely cardboard and paper. Yeah. And so this, the way that I did this, I'll show you just briefly. I made this prototype and I made a pattern out of it. I made this basic assembly, and then I wanted to shape it a little bit more. In order to do some of this stuff, you want to kind of like smooth things out. You add other pieces on top of it and kind of smooth out curves a bit, add other little pieces of paper to smooth those things out. But I want to do some even more curving, and then this is how I added color, was adding other colored paper, magazine cutouts, other kinds of stuff on top of it. So that's how I did that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some of these shapes and see where things are sharper than I want them to be, or if the texture is not quite right, and I will adjust them. So first I want to kind of clean up what is here already. So yeah, I was kind of pulling this out. And I have a few different types of, I'm going to use a few different kinds of glue for this. Possibly a little tape. Let me move this microphone closer to me here. Yay. Cool. Yeesh. Possibly tape just to hold things in place while glue dries. Because, like, you know, hot glue will dry quickly, but I'm also planning on using some white glue. PVA glue, is that what it is? I always forget. Like, I know cyanoacrylate, which is super glue, but this other stuff. So I also want to, like, kind of continue the face of the cheek and all of that down further to here. I think I will actually replace this cuff with plastic later on, like when I maybe next week when I get back down to my own workshop. So I'll do that because that plastic, the plastic lamp material has been working real good and is a whole lot more sturdy and reliable than what I've had in the past when I had these cuffs for the arm part. So let's do this. I'm just going to kind of snip these guys and then kind of fold them in a little bit so that they kind of condense in a bit like that. Let's do that a few times. Cool. And so I'll probably use hot glue for this. No reason not to for these just kind of clumpy things. Like if I've got like nice smooth contact, surface contact, then white glue is going to do well. PVA glue. But for these, hot glue will do fine. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chunk some hot glue in here just to hold this lid in place because it keeps on sliding around. Which I did plug in advance. How prepared of me. How responsible. Okay. Put that in place-ish. I did a very bad job of that. That was quite a gnarly job. Okay, let's try that again. Got like a little bit of glue underneath where I wanted it to be. Not much. Let's do it again. There. Just gonna squirt them into those little flute holes. And then it will grab on to both. Fill up that space. Being the beauty of hot glue itself is that it, fills in spaces. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then, see, that's staying better now. And then we will do this side, which was right around here, I think. Yeah. So, bloop, 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 bloop. This one's got a little, this side's a little bit more, it's a little looser. It's a little bit more wiggle room on this side. Which is not really what I want, but it's okay. Get there. Cool. So let this dry. People having good weekends? I hope. I hope. I'm having a good time here. Have gone to do work at coffee shops with my dad. Went to IKEA with my mom, making a dragon beaded necklace with my mom, which is kind of cool. I'll show you that when it's done. Presumably next week. Or I will put it on my social medias. Like the Twitters or the Instagrams. Cool. How's that? It's okay. That'll do. You might be a little wonky. That's okay. I will still love you even if you're wonky, Gecko. So let's do this. I'm going to glue these two guys together. Kind of like that. Just kind of shape that up. Let's get it in here and on top of here and on top of that. So there's all these folds to be aware of. All these wrinkles. Make sure that there's glue in all the places you want it to be. See that? Yeah, that's much better than that. It's more shaped. And then I'll pull this guy in, kind of like that. Now I'm going to put some other smoother material over top of this to make it be the same as the skin surface of like the rest of the thing too. I do still kind of want to save a little bit of an opening back here in case, just in case, I do decide to do, what was I saying? The LEDs in the eyes. Make them glowy. Glowy eyes. Yeah, see that? Okay, so now I'm going to do some on top here. Goodness gracious. Okay, this is going to be so much easier to see what's going on in here once I get this all done. Okay, you go there and there. And don't burn your fingers, please. That's my fingers. That is glue. There we go. Cool. Nope. That didn't work well. Let's try you one more time here. And then maybe I will use my metal fingers to hold it in place. And then I don't have to worry about it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get in place. There you go. Good. Oh, thank goodness for metal fingers, right? My metal fingers are covered in, my pliers are covered in blue duct tape right now for some reason. I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something. I wanted to kind of protect the material that I was using from, no, don't be glued onto it, from the little grippies of the pliers. All right, check that out. That's an eye that has shape to it. That's an eye that does not. So let's do this one too. Let's go, or eyelid, whatever you want it to be. And then we'll go like that. I forget how many times I cut it. I think I had like 4 parts. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so we're going to go these two guys together. Or should we do this one first? Because that one was toughest. Yeah, let's do that. So put the inside, so the top goes on top of the inside first. So glue on top of that inside piece. Ouch. Hot. Yeah. It's looking good. And then we'll go with this one underneath. Yep. Oh no, I need more glue. Bloop. Quick, quick, quick. Okay. Glue. I think I put too much of it in too many places there, but that's all right. I have excess. Cool. And then this part will go on top of that. So let's get glue on here. And I think I had a little bit. So I can probably reach up there. So let's do that. Like that. Yeah. That looks about right. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. Cool. Yes. There we go. Now the eyes are a little bit more contained. Excellent. So now let's do this. I want to extend these guys so that they go kind of back here. Or should we do... I want to do this part. I really want to do this part. So here's the problem. This part, this edge is very sharp. And this top part is very flat. I don't want the top to be quite as flat as that. I'd like it to be a little bit more, a little bit more rounded. So I'm going to take some cardboard, which I have here, but apparently not in arm's reach. Okay, there, that's good. That'll do. So what I'm going to do is I will take, how shall I do this? Honestly, the easiest way would be to have like a little bit of a pattern, because I can do that pretty quickly. If I go like this, I take this little extra piece of cardboard, and I can go, and then I can find roughly where the edges are, and kind of pinch along them. Yeah, like that. Cool. That is literally the amount of precision I need, which is to say, not a lot. I do want this part to be pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of corrugated cardboard. I'm going to cut this out. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to do this kind of layered technique. And then I will put a piece of like a single wall cardboard paper stuff. And I'll put that over it, and that'll make like a smoother curve. Comic shopping is happening. That sounds fun. Good times. All right. So we'll get that. And this. And so now I've got this thing right here. Too deep here. So make it a little smaller. All right. That's looking closer. So let's see. The end is obviously too big. So I'm going to trim that down. That's about the same size as what it is now, roughly. I want it a little smaller. So I'm just going to kind of trace on here where I want it to go. Let's go do something kind of like this, I think. Somewhere around there. I think that should be good. I still kind of like the flat-ish nose thing, not too pointy. So let's do like this. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to trim that off. And that, and it 100% does not matter that I have pencil marks all over this thing. All right. See that? Let's go in a little further right here. Maybe I do want it more pointy. And here. Can you see that? Yeah. Cool. see. So we see that. Yeah. That looks good. My question is, yeah, I think that'll be good. Question is, where do I want it to be higher and where do I want it to be lower? Like I might want it to be up a little bit higher at the end. I might not. Might want this part to be down a little bit. I'm gonna look at the some reference photos again. Let's go. Gecko images and share the screen. Share the screen. This one. There we go. All right. So this guy has his forehead go down pretty dramatically. There's still like a good little dip there between his eyeballs. Like these guys are, honestly, these are the cute ones. Out of curiosity, because I am liking the electric blue gecko for my model, let's see what his face looks like. What does your face look like, gecko? See, it looks like there's more of a ridge along here. I think we'll be okay. Oh, look at that. Aw. You're so cute. Yeah. All right, this will be good. It looks like it's a little bit wider at the mouth. Interesting. So if I wanted to do that, I would put like another piece on here. This, I think, is pretty good for that spot. So I'm just gonna attach it. We'll see what happens here. So for like these big things where there are gaps, again, I'm doing hot glue. Good. Great. Ah. Right. So there's that. I think I do kind of want the mouth to be a little bit wider along here. So let's try that. Let's see how it does. I'm gonna do the same thing and make myself a little mini pattern. A little temp pattern from here to over here. From gecko to shining gecko. Kind of a curve there. Yep. And then to here, and then somewhere around there. Probably a little bit higher here. Cut it too big because it's easier to cut things smaller than to cut things bigger. All right. And then I think I liked this curve here for the mouth. Double check this again. Pretty close. Except that you should be a little bit more. And you. Cool. Now I'm going to take a piece of cardboard. I'm going to do it along the lines with the flutes again, too, because I know that'll let me curve it better. So the flute lines are going the short direction. Trace, 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 trace. Let's cut this with a knife because it is here. dun, 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 dun. I don't know what I'm actually singing. I just replaced this blade. Oh my gosh, guys, like, change your blades. It's so nice. Sharp blades are so nice. So nice. Cool. Great. All right, let's see how this one does. Bend it along those, like so. Let's see how. Now, as expected, this is too big. That's all right. And I don't want it to cover everything. This is just kind of giving me the widest point of here so that it can go in and connect over top of these. Yeah, that's too big up here. Yeah, that's looking better. I do think I want it to be a little narrower, though, because I do want this. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's good. So I like this. Let's make another one now that I have the actual shape I like. Cool. I am so not being careful about this, but that's okay. All right, and let's cut that out. What? Now, so here's the question. Once the gecko is done, what else should I do? Or what should I do with the gecko? Should I do plays? Should I do, because it's a puppet, you know, I could do kind of have it talk. I do have a green screen, so I can duck down out of the way and put it in weird places, which could be fun. Yeah, that could be interesting. This way. Yeah. Okay. So there will be one that goes like this. Did I do that right? How far off are these two? Pretty far off, because my tracing is not fabulous. But they're too big. And too big, better than too small. Mm-hmm. Good. And good. Okay. So now I'll have you go like this. Cool. And shall I just glue these guys on right now? Why not? Let's do it. Let's glue you on right up to the front point. Do I need to do anything here? Oh yeah, let's get rid of that little piece. I don't want to glue onto something that's not actually glued onto that surface. Yeah, let's trim that off. And then chuck a little bit more under the edges here so that it stays. Squash. Okay, let's get some glue. Glue, glue, glue. And you, yes, right there. So what I'm doing now is I'm just adding more layers on top of this. It's easy to cut down from having too much stuff. If I get too much of this to carve down, but only if I have too much. Because like right now, in fact, on one of these pieces, when I started kind of smoothing this edge out, it started like falling apart. And it's like, that's not gonna work. All right, let's get some more glue in here so that you're actually attached at the end. What? Underneath. There. More metal scissors, or more metal fingers. Cool. Yeah, look at that. That's good. Oh, I like it. Cool. And then the other side, which, oh, here it is. It's going to go here. And I put this like all the way down at the bottom of that layer. So I want to try to repeat that here. But my curve is a little bit off. So let me trim this. Trim the gag. No, that didn't work. I was going to try to do a song. It didn't work. Cool. Yep. Just about. One last little thingy. Cool. Yeah. All right. Let's get some glue on there. Squash, 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 squash. Yep. And there we go. Now, yeah. If this sticks off a little bit too much at the end, that's fine. I can cut that off. No problem. Cool. So let's see. Let's get a little more glue here because I think I missed that spot. Right now, part of me is wishing I had already added the things that stick out back from here. Yeah, it's okay. We'll manage. We will make do. Okay. Yeah, look at this. We're starting to get a little bit more of kind of a skeleton of a shape. I'm going to just snip this part off. I think it's kind of all right as it is. I want this to be kind of squished. Squished down. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to peel the top layer off and the corrugated layer just like one flute down. Yeah. That's going to make that a little bit better. And then when I kind of cover this up, it'll be nice. That will be nice. All right. Did that do anything at all for me? I kind of don't think it did. Oh, well. Yeah, it did something. Kind of held some things down. Okay. Great. So I now have these. these kind of shaping pieces there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this stuff, maybe not those specifically. I have these little scraps of cardboard from making some boxes for my mom. So I'm going to take one layer, like one wall of this stuff, get a piece, maybe a little smaller than this. In fact, this is something that I did with the dragon head, is like you feather, like you tear it along the sides and you kind of feather it. And that makes the edge go a little bit more, a little more flat. It doesn't stand out quite as much as like a straight line. So here's what I do now. I lay this over across the top of it. And I do that, and then I'm going to have, and it's actually kind of hard to see with this white light, huh? It's going to smooth out this little right there into a single curve, like that. And that is what I want. All right, shall I do this with, I'm going to do this with glue now, not hot glue, my glue. There we go. Some white glue. All right, so I'm going to put, here's how I like to do this. Sometimes, depending on what it is that I'm doing, I might like to do just like solid white glue. Glue all works a little bit better than this, I think. But this is what I snagged when I came out. So I'm just going to glue that kind of in place. And this is where making a mess is the way to be. So I'm going to kind of smooth this down around the edges. I've got glue squashing out all over the place. That's great. Push down over top of it. That's good. Now, see, I have this nice edge there. I am kind of feeling like it'd be easier. It might be easier to see with the brown cardboard. I might just do that. Let's try it. I'm going to take a piece of this, tear off one wall. Ugh. This is not wanting to do what I want it to do. It's holding on too well. Why do you do such a thing? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Just like that. Cool. So I'm going to tear the edges and feather it just like I did on that other one. See that? That's nice. I want something like that. There we go. Great. Nice feathered on both sides. Totally doesn't have to be even. Not even a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to glue up the back. All right. And now see, this is still relatively thick. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want this. I don't want this white paper. This is what I want. I want this brown cardboard stuff. It's better. See, like that. I might have to do a little bit more down here because that doesn't seem to want to hold its spot. But like, look at that. Oh, that's so nice. And then I get this nice, cool, this curved edge. Oh, you can see that so much better than with the white stuff. And the stuff is way too thin. Too thin. Nope. You are not here. You're gone. I'm getting gunk all over my fabric stuff here. Oh, well. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? This will make it easier. Just put some tape over it. Okay, this is good. I am going to need a little bit more under here. Here, let's do it right now before it gets dried. A little bit of glue. Bloop. All right. See, so you got to like get this and then kind of hold it in place for maybe around 30 seconds until it just like gets tacky enough to stay on its own. No. And then don't move it. Don't move your fingers while you're holding it and waiting for it to stay. Okay. So while I do that, I'm going to magically one-handed tear some. I'm kind of astounded that this is actually almost working right now. Okay. That's impressive. Cool. Wow. I tore tape with one hand. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to cover this with tape and protect this not quite fabric-y surface, this textile something or other, with some tape. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. And then let's get that glue gun. Cool. And we'll put one more piece in the middle. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. And trim that extra stuffs off. Boom. 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 And boom. This is temporary. Cool. All right. Yeah. See, look at that. See how nice and smooth that is? That's lovely. All right. I've got some more of this junk. See, yeah, this is the messy part. You are a little bit funny. Not funny, haha. You're funny, wonky. This might not be the piece that I want for the other side. Actually, this would be okay for right here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some more glue on here. Fairly certain that there is better glue for this in this actual house. There we go. And now, when the glue squirts out at the bottom, my fabric is protected. Okay, hold that in place. Let it be. Yeah, the thinner your paper is, the easier it's going to be for it to stay in place. But the less structural integrity it'll have. This is thicker than that white cardboard wall I was using before. And this still almost doesn't want to stay down. That's pretty good. Yeah. We're starting to get a thing. All right, let's tear the other side. Doo-doo. How much of this side can I get in a clean tear? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty good. I got most of that. Cool. Let us tear the edges and feather it. Like, you lose bits of the paper this way, but it seriously, it makes it look so much better. Otherwise, you've got all those hard lines on it, which is not what we're looking for here. We're not looking for realistic, I guess, but I don't want it to look like something too harsh. And when you've got like a lot of curves like this, you're going to want to have smaller strips, or smaller pieces on your strips. So I'm going to do, let's try, how about that? Yeah. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's where I want it to be. Get some glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue. That is glue. Do, do, do. Bum, 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 bum. Now, see this? You can see, can you see where this overlaps here? Is it blurry? It's kind of blurry. You can still see like the line, the color of it. But when this, like if I painted over that, it would be a whole lot less obvious than a very straight line. Oh, but look at that. This is looking pretty good. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right, let's do, this can be a couple pieces, I think. Nah. Look at that. This one is, in fact, a little bit thicker. Maybe, oh yeah, there we go. That's great. So, glue. Fairly, yep. And then here, good. See, I think I didn't put quite enough on the edges of this one. So I might squash some more in there. Put some on top. Yeah, because like putting it on top like kind of helps you like kind of paste down the edges. Yeah. And this one definitely needs help because this piece was a little bit thicker than the other ones. The other thing that this is doing right now, all this glue, is that it's seeping into the cardboard and it's getting it kind of damp and it's making it want to keep its shape better. Yeah, how about that? This is good. Let's look at that shape. We're getting the shape happening here. Okay. And this end piece will be a little bit trickier. Hi, kitty. Solo, you can't jump up here right now. Yes, that's good. Oh, I see what that was. Yes, other things I did when I was here. I did go comic book shopping and games shopping with my brother. Yep. Okay. Glue. How do you do, glue? There. Okay, this piece is a little thinner, which is good because I'm trying to get it to do a very interesting curve here. Yeah. Stay. And thin paper is way more likely to want to stick to your fingers too. Let's do more on top. This is actually where I sometimes start, this is where I usually start busting out the brush and watered down glue. Or Mod Podge or whatever. There we go. Ah, check that out. Oh, I squashed in the nose. Oh no, that might be good. So actually here, I didn't cut this one spot. Focus there. You can see this edge. You can see that straight line and this feathered line. This sticks out a whole lot more than that does. Like it's way more visible, more obvious. Maybe I'll make this a feature, not a bug. The little blip in the nose. Or else I'll cover it. Either way. So look at that. I made this whole new shape just by adding some extra pieces and smoothing it over. Oh wow, it's almost 3. Let's get a little bit on the edges over here. I might do some more shaping not on the stream. Just because this can take a whole lot of time. And I don't know how much people want to actually watch this. Okay. Let's do this piece. Cool. Right there. And then I'm going to put definitely here, put some more glue over top. Are you actually touching? You need to be touching the other stuff. Cardboard. If you're not touching, you will not stay. Here, let's do more on top. Because that will make it stiffer. I got the eye. Here. Smoosh. Smoosh. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to... You can see that sharp edge from there a little bit more. I'm going to have to do something else on top of that. But that's good for now. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Let's see what I think about that nose shape. Might need to be higher in the front or lower back down here. I don't know. I think it needs to be even higher right here in the back. So it goes up a bit. Cool. What shall we do? Should we try that part? Let's do that part right now. Got a couple minutes. I can just cut this piece. That is the sound that scissors make. I'm going to do, let's do a little curve like this. So it's like that. Yeah, that could be good. And just do kind of some more layers on top of this to give it more shape. Yeah, good. Right there. Yeah, let's do that. I have lots of regular glue in here happening, so let's do more of that. Lots of school glue, white glue. Did I do that the other way? Did I flip you upside down? Did I reverse you? Yeah. Oops. Okay, try that again. All right. Cool. Yes. Cool. And then what I'll do is the same thing where I go with another piece like this over top of that, but I think I'll let this dry a little bit more first. Yeah, can I get one on here? Actually, this piece might work well for the side. Oh yeah, let's just put this right on top of that one. Oh, that'd be perfect. And I'll just feather the back of this a bit. Glue everywhere. Everything's sticking to my fingers. Did I put that on the wrong side? Did I put that on the wrong side? I think I put it on the wrong side. Okay, here. Go on the right side. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Yeah. See that? How nice and smooth is this? Like, this looks more like a shape than this. This is flat. It's got the weird bumps in it. It's got that hard edge. Here, I've got a much smoother surface. So yeah, I am going to have to play with the shape of it a bit more, but that's pretty decent. That is not horrible. I'm going to switch back to my main camera, and then you can see where we can see them from a different angle. There we go. So here it is. Still wet. I don't want to touch it too much. But so here we have, yeah, I got to do something about the end of that nose that I squashed in there. That's okay. I'll cover it up. But so now we have Gecko, a little bit more rounded face. Looking a little bit more like something. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Hey, there's a kitty behind me. Hi, Solo. Oh, well. So this is our current state. We've made some progress. It's going to take some more fiddling because I'm not 100% certain exactly how I want to do, where we want to go with this. So we'll see. All right. Thank you for joining me this week. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place, 2 p.m. Pacific. And have a great day.